From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Wednesday, April 8th, 2026.
I'm Susan Tompor, and I'm a personal finance columnist at the Detroit Free Press. Did you just spot a tax calculator online that is promising a big refund, maybe even guaranteeing you extra refund cash? The IRS says, watch out, it could be a setup for a scam, and the crooks could be out to get your personal information for ID theft or even your bank account number. As we approach the April 15th tax deadline, the Internal Revenue Service now has a warning about some questionable online calculators. The IRS says some fake tax deduction calculators are exploiting the new tax law under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Some scammers may try to trick taxpayers by making false promises about eligibility for new or expanded tax credits and deductions, the IRS said. Best bet, do your own research about the new tax deductions, including those for tips, overtime, and car loans. And take a close look at any URL. The IRS advises only use sites that end in .gov for official government resources. You want to be wary of misspellings like irsgov.com or irsgov.org. The IRS suggests only using the official IRS website or sites of well-known established tax software companies.
This is Liam Rapley with the Detroit Free Press. United Auto Workers President Shawn Fain made about $277,000 last year, the highest of his tenure as president, but still lower than some of his contemporaries. The union reported its annual financial filings with the U.S. Department of Labor on March 31st, and the numbers include how much the union paid top executives. The UAW has historically sought to keep the salaries of its executives lower than those of other large unions, a tradition established by longtime UAW President Walter Reuther. Fain made less than some of his other presidential counterparts at large unions. For example, April Verrett, president of the Service Employees International Union, made $322,000. Sean O'Brien, the president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, made $443,000. Fain's compensation for the year was the highest of his tenure by about $2,000. In 2024, he made $274,000. The records show how much each employee of the International Union was paid in 2025, with most of the executive board making around $230,000. In total, the union spent $115 million on payroll for staff members of the union. For more, visit freep.com.
I'm Sue Selasky, Detroit Free Press food and restaurant writer. We have a Shawarma Showdown winner. After 2 weeks of bracket-style voting in the 2026 Free Press Shawarma Showdown, narrowing the field of contenders, our readers voted and selected a winner. To get our challenge started, we solicited nominations for a 16-restaurant bracket. Over the course of 4 rounds, readers voted and the field narrowed. Some of the matchups were close, others were lopsided. And that brings us to our winner, who won by a good margin. Al Amir is the winner of the 2026 Free Press Shawarma Showdown, a longtime Dearborn restaurant that also has locations in Canton and Dearborn Heights, earned the title over fellow finalist My Big Fat Shawarma. Al Amir is run by a second-generation family member who says, quote, "We are excited about it. Any recognition is great. Any positive recognition is as welcoming as it could be." At Al Amir, where, quote, "proud to be authentic" is part of the restaurant's logo, its owners say that beef and chicken shawarma offerings are a staple on its menu and have been around since the first Al Amir location opened in 1989. Since then, Al Amir was awarded the James Beard America's Classic Award in 2016. It's the first Michigan restaurant to receive the honor. It was lauded as, quote, "one of the nation's most welcoming introductions to the pleasures of Lebanese cuisine."
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thank you for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.